According to Bob Johansen, if the leader is going to make the future, then as leaders, we must know how to flip a dilemma. We must be comfortable being uncomfortable. So let's begin with a little quiz, shall we? Is this a problem or a dilemma? If you say neither, then I contend that you do not cohabitate with a significant other. If you now say problem solved, I still contend that you do not cohabitate with a significant other, because if you think this solves your problems, clearly you're in a dilemma. As future leaders, we will need to thrive in a modern world full of dilemmas. Dilemmas of the future will be unsolvable, recurrent, complex, and messy. They'll be threatening, they'll be confusing, they'll be puzzling, and yet, way at the bottom, potentially positive. There is a silver lining to all this. Leadership has always been about the ability to see something good where others only see limitations. In the future, it'll be much harder to find these silver linings, but they will be there. Let's consider a couple examples that I encounter in my roles as a leader, now and in the future. Death, an unavoidable reality, or it can be flipped into a rich market of death avoidance techniques, such as digital backups of our brains, cryogenic freezing of our bodies, or injecting our bloodstream with nanobots that can kill cancer, toxins, and ultimately reverse the aging process. At your school, is your board or parent organization something that constantly works against you, or have you flipped this into a positive partnership where experts in your community are taking part, such as artists in your aftercare programs, or doctors in your science and anatomy classes? After 21 years of teaching mathematics, I'm constantly frustrated with students that can't keep up, whether it's due to absences, lack of skills, or lack of motivation. This year, I'm flipping my instructional strategies, where homework is done in class, students are engaged in projects, and all learning is completely individualized. As a dean of IT, I'm constantly faced with the mobile device damage dilemma, whether it's due to lack of reserve fleets or lack of our technicians' time. This year, we're flipping this into a student tech program where our students can obtain certification and have an opportunity and an apprenticeship with our local Apple store. The key to all this, as future leaders, is to realize that we have the ability to make the situation better. We do this simply by not being overwhelmed and feel pummeled, to realize that these opportunities are loaded with chance and loaded with a situation that allows us to make the situation better. It begins with who we are. We must love the process of puzzling, not just putting the puzzle together. It starts by putting enough of the pieces together to see the patterns, to see what's going on, to make a decision, and to act. It's about changing your focus, literally flipping your focus from the top of the situation where the truck is stuck to the bottom of the situation where letting air out of the tires leads to a solution. Literally flipping your focus from top to bottom. At times, we might, in this room, feel a little bit like a game show contestant, but we gotta commit. We might not see all of the patterns. We might not even be sure what's happening around us, but we have to decide on a direction and act. Getting there early gives us the opportunity to create a strategy and plan what we will do next. To improve our ability and our agility, 3 steps. First, realize you're in a dilemma. From there, listen, look, and learn all you can about your situation. And lastly, find the opportunities that can make the situation better. So finally, what's the 4-part formula to flipping a dilemma as a future leader? It starts with accept the fact that you're in a dilemma and embrace the situation. Familiarize yourself by looking, learning, and obtaining all you can about the situation that you are in. Next, focus on the opportunities that are abound. And finally, flip it. Take action on the most positive aspect of the situation. As future leaders, ready for running life's race, we may be inclined to think of the words of a company known for fine performance gear and just do it. I hope we can all remember Bob Johansson's formula for flipping a dilemma and just flip it.